Hello, everybody. Thank you. I really appreciate you allowing me out here to speak. For those of you who don't know me, which I hope is very few, my name is Tim Huelskamp, and I'm running to represent Kansas's 1st District. I'm a native of this great state of Kansas, as well as a native of this wonderful town of Fowler. Now, we may not have the biggest town in Kansas, but there is nowhere I love more. I want to thank you for inviting me here to the Kansas Farm Bureau's monthly meeting in order to talk about farming subsidies that we desperately need. Before we talk about that, I want to assure you and all your families, nothing about me has changed in the last 2 years. I am no Washington insider. They have not corrupted me. I'm still the same guy that grew up in our lovely town, and I'm still the same guy you elected last time to represent you. Every second I spend in Washington, and I assure you, I hate every single one. I fight for you. I only can manage to stay in that damn Capitol building because I know how much the government doesn't care about us. I will keep fighting for us, because if I don't, no one else will. My daddy was a lot like you folks. He was a hard-working, tough love guy who worked on our family farm. He made me the way I am today. It's why I am so much damn tougher than everyone else in Congress. Just like I'm sure you folks are tougher than even I am. My daddy got up before the sun and started working so that our family could survive. My daddy worked his ass off because he knew no one else cared about our family. I mean, besides the other great people in Fowler. People in this town look out for each other. But in terms of the government, in Washington, no one cared about him. The government wouldn't help us out. Now, all of you who know me know, if there's one thing I hate, it's the government putting its nose where it shouldn't be. They have no right to be meddling in our Second Amendment rights. They have no right to be forcing us to pay for roads they only build in the Northeast. They have no right to be forcing us to pay to help out illegal immigrants in Texas. And they have no right to be forcing us to pay to fix the disaster of legal marijuana. That tax money should be going towards the people who need it. Hardworking farmers all across this great state are struggling. Farmers can't charge enough for their crops in the market. We've been plagued by terrible trade deals by Obama that have destroyed our community. NAFTA? Give me a break. Our government needs to realize that they are hurting their own citizens, and we are not going to sit by and let them bankrupt us. They just want to sell our crops for next to nothing on the market. My daddy didn't get any subsidies from the government, and he worked 16-hour days. And then when he died at 50 because of all the work he did, I realized how much we need this. This money can help the people in this country who work the hardest, allowing farmers to see their families and live happy lives. If you elect me back to Congress, I will oppose a tax on all non-farming states. They'll make the people who rely on our food help us out with the cost. No more of them scam away the food that we make while we sit here and suffer below the poverty line. I'll not stand to see the people of Fowler suffer. Now, many of you who know me personally, you grew up with me in the schoolyard. You are my neighbors and friends. I worked with you tirelessly in the state senate. You know I don't back down from a fight, and I never have. I don't back down when the going gets tough, just like I know all of you don't either. There's a place for people who want to shy away from a fight. It's called Washington, D.C. It's called Massachusetts. And it's called California. It is not called Kansas, and it is sure as hell not called Fowler. So if you want someone who knows how to fight and never give up, then this native Fowler is the guy who you can trust. I'm the guy who can get stuff done. Now I ask you, I plead you, send me back to Congress so I can make all this right. Let me show those pansies in Congress that Kansas farmers are not to be messed with. You do that for me, and I'll get you better subsidies for your crops. Subsidies that you need in order to survive. I'm so glad I'm back in Fowler for the time being, because I couldn't stand another minute in that damn chamber. Thank you to everyone, and remember to vote for Tim Huelskamp for Kansas' 1st District. God bless all of you, and God bless the great state of Kansas.